Hello,
Hey,
and
welcome.
welcome to Simply Cinema. Yes, Dustin, welcome to Simply Cinema. We are your hosts, Maximilian Simonelli.
And Dustin Braga.
So, before we get into it, real quick, the day we are filming this, July 4th, 2026. Happy birthday, America. 250 years, kept down. Kept
Yeah.
down. And today we have, I'd say, sort of a fitting episode.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say the subject of our episode
Yeah.
is quite American.
We'll be looking
A
at
great American actor and director.
Yes, filmmaker, actor and filmmaker, one of the best, true American actor and filmmaker.
I would say so.
Yeah. And still kicking these days.
Yes.
The man in question, Clint Eastwood, seen here doing his best impression of James Bond. And this guy been around since the 50s.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. We were talking recently, real quick. So, one of your favorite films, Back to the Future.
Oh, yes.
Those of you out there,
I love this little nugget.
yeah, if you get a chance, check out Back to the Future 3, part 3, because long story short, Marty McFly is in 1955, and he has to go back to the Old West, 1885.
Yep.
So he's wearing this really ridiculous-looking cowboy outfit. And the Doc Ron goes, "Haven't you ever seen a Western?" And Marty goes, "Yes, I have, Doc. And Clint Eastwood never wore anything like this." And if you look to his left, you're right, stage right, you can see two movie posters. Revenge of the Creature, sequel to Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Tarantula. Not only did both of those films come out in 1955, they are in fact the first two film credits of Clint Eastwood.
It's great.
He's an extra in one scene, only a few lines, but it was a really clever, and then he even looks at the movie posters because Doc goes, "Clint who?" And Marty goes, That's right. You haven't heard of him yet. And I go, "That's clever."
Yeah.
That's a very clever. So I always like that.
Yeah, it's a nice little nod to Clint and very funny.
And check out his first two films because they're fun little monster movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's say we get into some of his more known films.
I'd say so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as we said, we're talking about Clint Eastwood, and the film that I think really put him on the map, the Dollars trilogy.
Yes.
Seen here on the left. So first film, A Fistful of Dollars, followed by For a Few Dollars More, and finally the most famous, the one that everyone knows, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes.
Which is a unique little trilogy. I'll say, I think the original plan was just to continue making these films and not really have them be, connected. Because there are actors that appear in both films playing different parts.
That's true.
And they both interact with Clint Eastwood. For example, Lee Van Cleef is in For a Few Dollars More and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Playing two different roles.
Yeah.
And they both interact with Clint Eastwood's character, and at no point does he go, you look a lot like this other guy from this other film.
Right.
Anyway. But I think I want to say from a timeline perspective, the way they came out, movies 1, 2, 3, you're supposed to watch them 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So The Good, the Bad, the Ugly is actually like the first prequel, if you will.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to end with A Fistful of Dollars.
Which is pretty odd.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
But it's clever.
Yeah, they're a good little trilogy. Spaghetti Western, Sergio Leone.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know Sergio actually found Clint from his show that he was doing at the time called Rawhide.
Rawhide.
Yeah, he was a main cast member, but wasn't like the most prominent cast member. However, he kind of stole the scenes that he was in. So he just recognized him off of that, gave him a nice little shout out, said, "Hey, do you want to do this movie?" He didn't really have any big starring roles at that point.
Right.
So Clint was like, "Sure, I guess I'll do this spaghetti western. No idea what Italians have with westerns, but I'll do it."
It's such a weird way of filmmaking because everybody's dubbed in the movie.
Yeah.
So now I don't know, maybe Clint Eastwood speaks Italian, maybe not, but I have the same feeling when it comes to like Japanese like monster movies.
Yeah.
Where there's always like one American like actor playing like the main doctor,
right,
and everybody else is Japanese.
Yeah.
And I go, unless they each spoke each other's language, the way they filmed was I don't know what he said, but I wait for him to stop talking. Then I say my line.
Yes.
He doesn't know what I said. I wait for him he waits for me to stop talking, and we keep going on. That must have been such a weird way to film a movie, let alone three of them.
Yeah. That's how they did it. And it's really strange. You kind of have to know what the other person is saying, like script wise. Like I'm sure he got a script that was all translated to English.
Go on.
But filming that way, just from an acting perspective, you kind of have to really know what your partner is doing and the feeling that will inform your performance.
You got to trust the process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, these films, let me go back to the image here. These films, I want to say at least some of them were remakes of, I mentioned Japanese, of like samurai Japanese
Yes,
movie.
especially A Fistful of Dollars.
Okay, so the first one is like, hey, we took an existing idea and made it a cowboy movie.
Kind of.
Kind of. Not really.
It's kind of almost a blatant ripoff
Okay.
of Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo.
That's what it was. Yes.
Yes. Because I think it was one of the producers from Toho who produced Yojimbo.
Yes.
Saw
Toho produced Yojimbo.
Yeah.
That's fun to say.
It's a fun little phrase. Saw the film in the theater. Was watching it. He's like, this looks a little familiar.
Okay.
And by the end of it, he's like, okay, this is just Yojimbo.
I see.
And they actually ended up suing Sergio Leone and the production company.
Interesting.
And they won.
I see. So, okay, something unrelated. This is going to set up a future episode. At least I want to do famous movies that were just rip-offs of other movies.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that at a later date.
Oh, yeah. But I watched it kind of sequentially because I watched Fistful of Dollars and then Yojimbo because I'm very curious.
Yeah.
And
it's there.
Yeah. Like there's almost recreations of shots, even script-wise. There's
the same story.
Yeah, it's the exact same story beats.
They just put a different filter over it. Like, well, it's not samurai, it's cowboys.
Yeah, Sergio was just like, hey, this would make a really good Western.
It's not Japanese, it's English. It's different. Yeah. Nice try, sir. Hack. But, I mean, I don't know. I think the films are pretty good. I think the For a Few Dollars More is actually the best of the trilogy. Everyone goes gaga over The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For a Few Dollars More, I thought personally was the best.
Yeah.
But form your own opinions. Go out and watch them, and then go watch the movies they ripped off.
Yes, naturally.
Shall we get into some other films?
Yeah, why not?
So we also have here his other famous work, Dirty Harry, which I do have to say, for a long time before I really knew any of Clint Eastwood's work, the image of him in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I thought that was Dirty Harry.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, I just thought, Clint Eastwood, he always has the poncho and the hat, and he's a gunslinger. Didn't know that Dirty Harry is actually a crime cop movie from like contemporary 1970s.
Yeah.
It's like, when it came out, it was a modern day film.
Yeah.
But good little movie, loosely inspired by some of the Zodiac killings.
Yes.
The killer goes by Scorpio. And it's funny, actually, in the movie Zodiac, directed by David Fincher, at one point, the Mark Ruffalo, who plays the police officer investigating the Zodiac crime, goes to the movie theater and watches Dirty Harry, and he's like, "Is this what they think we are? Like, is this what they think it's all about? Like, I'm just this crazy gunman who's like, I'm taking the law into my own hands." But good little movie.
Yeah, spawned off quite a nice little franchise.
Oh yes, good ones.
Yeah, I think there's like 6 movies of Dirty Harry. Something like that.
I think there are 5 total.
5 total.
So 4 sequels.
Okay.
Yeah. But still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost wish they'd make another one because Clint Eastwood is very old.
He is.
And I go, this is like we're in this era now where you just make legacy sequels. And it can be nice to see them do it one more time before they can't, ever again.
Sure.
Last one came out in the 90s. It's like, we're overdue for one more. And he's still a badass. He can still do it. He's retired. Maybe he passes the torch to somebody else. His son, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, he is an actor.
So the ideas keep popping.
Mm.
But Dirty Harry is a good little franchise.
It is.
It's fun.
Spawned off a lot of good one-liners.
Yes. Oh, yes. I had a common misconception the whole line, "Make my day," not from the first Dirty Harry film. It's from the 4th Dirty Harry film, Sudden Impact.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Sequel to The Enforcer. But, good little... I think he actually started directing them. I think by the time he got to... I think Sudden Impact was the one he
directed.
By that point, he was directing and acting.
Yeah.
Which we'll see a little more of later.
Oh, we're going to see a lot more of that later.
Yeah. But finally, we have one other film down here, which was kind of just a good one-off. In the Line of Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like a Secret Service agent, and he goes up against John Malkovich, who is trying to assassinate the president. And it's funny. I equate this film sort of to The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
I can see that.
Because it was like, Clint Eastwood had multiple franchises, multiple famous characters. And then this one is kind of just a one-off film for him. But I'd argue it's one of the most famous of the non-franchise movies he's made.
I think it's a pretty good contained thriller.
Yes.
It's very good on its own, and honestly, just a really good vehicle for Eastwood.
It's just a good movie. I just watched it sometimes. Yeah, and it was again contemporary. It came out in the 90s, so it had more of a real world feel. Yeah, a little bit. He's not like this, mythical gunslinger. He's not this,
mythical.
It's like as cool as the Dirty Harry movies are, they definitely take liberties with the truth of what you can do as a cop. In the Line of Fire feels the most grounded.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah,
quite good.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we take a quick break?
Okay,
and we'll come back with more Clint Eastwood.
All right, stay tuned. And welcome back.
Hey.
So before we took a break, we were looking at the man, the myth, the legend, Clint Eastwood. We've started by looking at films that he acted in which he acted, but did not direct.
Correct.
Now we're moving to his directorial work, where he wasn't an actor, but he was just the filmmaker, the man behind the camera, focusing the lens, what have you. We have three prominent examples here. We have, starting with J. Edgar, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. An interesting little movie about like the background of J. Edgar Hoover, man who founded the FBI and was the first director. And he was actually also a cross-dresser. I don't know if he was trans specifically.
Yes.
But he was, that was an interesting little thing. So just kind of like a little, behind-the-scenes story. Good movie with DiCaprio and good performance by Armie Hammer, despite what he's turned into. But it's, it's an interesting little movie. It's kind of it did kind of come and go.
It did. It had its little flash in the pan moment, I would say.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I think J. Edgar may be like a more lesser known sort of controversial movie for Clint Eastwood.
A little bit.
But other than that, I'd say it's a decent watch.
It is. I like that it doesn't try to glorify anything. Like at one point, they do mention how like he may have taken credit for certain arrests that were made, but he wasn't the arresting officer, So just kind of like, it's kind of like you have to, in the political world, you have to massage the truth in order to get results. It's a means to an end.
Yes.
So I kind of, it showed a little backstory of the FBI, but it also, shows that not everything's on the up and up.
Of course. And obviously some things are dramatized.
But, yes, of course. Yes.
But that's all the name of the game in Hollywood.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But then later on, he makes this film. I think was definitely much better received.
Oh yes,
American Sniper.
Yes,
with
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Thank you. I was like Brian. That's not his name. Bradley Cooper. Kind of a sad story. A real life Navy SEAL sniper.
Yes.
Very tragic ending. I knew nothing about this story, and then I'm watching it with my brother who had seen it, and he's like, at the end, I was like, oh man, I won't give it away, but like, oh, that's sad that happened. And the ending words are sad.
Yeah, it's not a feel-good movie at all.
No.
But it is a powerful one.
Yes. And, just, again, serious in tone. That's the thing. Every director, let me see, we'll go back to us for a minute. Every director, like, has their way of, like, you're watching one of their films. I don't know if it's the color grading or just the subject matter, but I feel that these two, they kind of, even though one's about the FBI and one's about an American sniper, pun intended, but they match.
They do.
The tone kind of matches. Let me go back to it here. It matches.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It's I think it's just Clint's style of filmmaking.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Pretty good.
And excuse me. For American Sniper, though, it's very recently, it's gotten under some scrutiny.
Yes, for not like being accurate.
For not being accurate and for being, I guess, like very
heavy-handed, or
not heavy-handed, but very like patriotic, like almost to a fault.
I see.
Like making it like glorifying.
I see.
What's happening on screen.
Well, as you know, when it comes to me with movies that are based on true stories, like I get you have to dramatize certain things, omit certain things, but it should be as close to reality as possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It should be.
So.
But yeah, that's just a very, very, very recent thing that's been popping up. It's just re-examination of things through current day lens.
Well, I like when, okay, so that's different, like current day, because opinions change, agendas change, things like that. Like I love when a story, changes its, the backstory, but the people involved are still alive to say, well, like, the prime example is The Blind Side. Where it's like, oops, this isn't really that accurate. I go, well, how did you mess this up? Because you have real people here that can now say, yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not, especially with publicity the way it is today and social media. It's like, it's easier to get that story out there. So, anywho, it helps when you don't know the backstory.
Yes.
But American Sniper is still an interesting movie.
It is.
I recommend it.
It's still I think a nice little powerful piece of work.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And his last example we're going to look at here, Richard Jewell, came out rather recently. Actually, what is the name of this actor?
That is Paul Walter Hauser.
Paul Walter Hauser. He's an incredible actor, actually.
Yeah. I actually got introduced to Paul Walter Hauser through Cobra Kai.
Same here. I'm like, oh yeah, he was Stingray. He's kind of cool. But then I see this movie and I thought, no, this guy can act.
Yeah,
like, he's really good.
Like he's got some incredibly good acting chops.
Yes. So the story is about he was a security guard, I believe, at a concert, and a bomb was placed under, I believe it was like a bench.
Yeah.
And it went off, and he was one of the first guys that found it, and he managed to move some of the crowd members back. Anyway, he's initially a hero, but the powers that be, I forget if it's the FBI, might be the FBI.
I think it's the FBI.
They're obviously trying to find the criminal. And they brought up an interesting point, is that there were several cases where the person who, go back to us, the person who, said, look, there's a bomb under there, or, was the first on the scene to put out the fire, they found out that person was in fact responsible for it being there in the first place, so they could get, headlines and the glory. Exactly. Yeah. So they start looking at Richard Jewell, the hero, and they think, it's kind of sketchy. He had problems with the law before, like posing as an officer, trying to do right. Again, maybe it's massaging the truth.
Yeah, that's right.
But he had problems with the law a little bit, and like he had like a bunch of weapons in the house. So they start looking at him very closely as the prime suspect, and it kind of ruins his life a little bit.
It does.
But there's a great scene where Paul Walter Hauser, Paul Walter Hauser is just talking about, like, you're wasting your time, because he is innocent.
He is.
Right? So he goes, I get you're doing your job, but you're wasting your time looking at me, and the real criminal is still out there. He goes, so what happens when he does it again?
Yeah.
And you guys were going to be, oh, look at that. We were wasting our time looking at the wrong person.
Yeah.
More to the point, he goes, how about the next time a security guard finds a bomb and decides not to say anything, because he goes, I don't want to be another Richard Jewell. It's a powerful scene. It's actually, it really makes you, it makes you think. They have to look at every potential suspect.
Yeah, every angle.
But it's, it just shows you got to consider everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I think a pretty tight thrill. I know I said this about like in The Line Fire, but I think he makes tight thrillers.
Yes. Thrillers are tight.
Super tight. Like a tiger.
But it's a good movie. It's definitely, a little sad at times.
I would say so. It's it gets a little much.
Yeah.
I think.
A little depressing, because it's like, okay, how real is this? How often does this happen?
Yeah.
How many times will it happen again? That kind of thing. But
it's a very heavy drama.
Yeah, it does end on a slightly positive note.
A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit. You watch it for yourself and form your own opinion.
Of course.
And yeah, check out his directorial works, because they're quite good.
They are, yeah. He does have one final directorial work called Juror Number 2.
Juror Number 2.
It was released, I think, a couple years ago.
Is this what I think it is?
It stars he plays plays Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah. I see Toni Collette.
Yeah, it didn't do too well in the box office. It kind of got drowned out.
I see.
But I hear it's a very tight little drama, courtroom drama, and I have not watched it yet.
Neither have I.
But yeah, it's
it may be worth a watch.
It may be worth a watch for his final film.
All right, Juror hashtag Juror Number 2.
Oh no,
Juror hashtag 2.
Juror hashtag 2.
Juror Number 2. That's cool.
Yes.
All right,
yeah,
not bad
at all.
All right.
Well, let's take a quick break.
Okay,
we'll be back with our final thoughts.
Yes, or his final films.
Yeah, and his.
Stay tuned. And welcome back. So we don't have much time, but we did want to take a look at his examples of directing and acting.
Yes.
We have his best. These are the best pictures we could find. We have first Unforgiven with the late, great Gene Hackman.
Yes.
This movie won Best Picture, Best Director, and I believe Hackman won Best Supporting Actor. Yes, and Best Film Editing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good little Western movie, but kind of a kind of a spin on westerns. Not exactly the same heroic.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a neo-western.
Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah,
good little movie.
Absolutely.
Of course, we also have $1 Million Baby, which was really good, and then at the end it gets really sad.
Yeah,
really sad.
Yeah,
but another great
but
example.
It went gangbusters at the Oscars.
Oh yeah, great movie. Yeah, best picture, best director, best actress Hilary Swank, and best supporting actor Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
there they all are. And finally, we have an example I think most people are familiar with. We have Gran Torino, which is a good movie, despite the fact that Eastwood says every Asian ethnic slur under the sun. But it's still an interesting movie.
It is. It's well acted.
Yes,
it's well directed,
and he's still a good mentor, even though he's the reluctant. Yeah. It's just funny. Like in hindsight, like, okay, did you make this movie just because you wanted to say slurs, everything, like with immunity? So anyway, check out these films because the guy he directs and acts in good movies.
He does. He does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, not everything that he makes is gold.
That's true.
There's some movies that he directed that are less than some of its parts.
Right.
But I'd say, for the most part, he's a very successful man.
Yes, indeed.
Very successful. I know he was in the process of, in pre-production for another film. Like he completed Juror Number 2, and then he went to Warner Bros, he's been at forever.
Right.
And at this point, they just kind of let him do whatever he wants.
Yep. Sign off.
Yeah. And it's just like, I got another movie, and they're like, okay, sure, green light. There you go. He was in pre-production for another movie. I don't know what it was because it wasn't announced at all.
Right.
But I think it was his family that finally convinced him to
retire.
To actually enjoy his twilight years and actually use some of that money that he made.
I mean, that's nice and all, but it's like if he's still wanting to make a film, I'm like, that is how he enjoys his twilight years. I'm like, let the man work, let the man make another film.
Yeah.
I don't know. You went out filming.
Sure.
I don't know. I like it. But anyway, get out there and watch some Clint Eastwood movies. Some of the old ones, some of the new ones where he's acted, ones where he's directed, ones where he's just acted and done both.
Yeah.
All of them, because the man makes and acts in good movies. Thanks, Clint Eastwood.
Thank you, Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. What kind of stupid name is that? I think that actually might have been the first time I heard the names before I even knew who he was. Like, is he like an old Western character, like Wild Bill or something? Yeah, technically, technically. But
you want to be off.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Clint Eastwood movie?
Favorite? Like I said, I really liked For a Few Dollars More.
Okay.
It's a slow burn, but it was definitely a good one.
Sure.
In terms of entertainment, I think Sudden Impact was really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Nice.
And for film, I mean, $1 Million Baby, I was very surprised at how much I liked it, despite how sad it is at the end.
Right.
But yeah, there's some good ones out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, love Tarantula.
Of course.
His one scene in Tarantula makes the whole movie.
Oh my God.
It's one of the best sci-fi giant insect bug movies you'll ever see. Anyway.
Snubbed at the Oscars.
Yeah, totally. He took Mara Corday, who was the actress in the film, he put her in several of his later films.
Really?
She's the waitress in Sudden Impact that is at at gunpoint when he delivers the line.
That's too funny.
Go ahead, make my day.
That's too funny.
Thank you, Mara Corday.
Oh my gosh. Wonderful.
Anywho, so
thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Happy 4th of July when we film this, not when you watch this, but yeah. 250th. All right.
Awesome.
Still going.
We will not have any new episodes next week.
No, sadly, I'll give you a little tidbit. I will be going to the country from which America liberated itself. Going to England, baby.
Nice.
We walk in the streets of London. It's going to be fun.
A little London calling for you.
Oh, yeah. London calling. This is good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we will be back
the following week. With another topic. We're not going to tell you.
No, it's a secret.
Stay tuned. Brian Lapis always manages to get it out of me. He's like, anytime he's doing his Facebook Live, he's like, do we have a topic? And I go, all right, I guess I'll spoil it. We're going to be talking about Clint Eastwood was today. That happened last night. No joke.
Wow.
Anywho.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So watch Brian Lapis's Facebook Live.
Yeah. And get the weather, too.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Good stuff.
Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.